Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here tonight for our opening season of NASCAR Heat 5. The custom schedule season's in tonight. It is a championship for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series, the Strat 200 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is going to be the final race at Vegas. Again, for the series, we will decide a champion here tonight, and we'll see if we can go 2 for 2 on the channel. We won that championship last night at Talladega in dramatic fashion, and hopefully we have another barn burner of an event in this one here today. So the 4 drivers battling it out for a championship here is Chase Elliott, Ross, Grant Enfinger, and Riley Herbst will be the 4. Joshua White, welcome to the stream, everybody. Won't be able to see this one. Please do Cup 1 early afternoon. Yeah, we will be doing the Cup race tomorrow, and it will be earlier in the day. We're probably looking anywhere between 4 and 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the start time there. Ravish, welcome to the stream. So here we go, qualifying tonight at Vegas with the steering wheel and a shot to win the championship here for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. See where Chase Elliott will qualify here for tonight's race. Trying to get up to speed, holding it full throttle through turns 3 and 4. At the start-finish line for Chase Elliott, we'll see what he's got. Diving off into turns 1 and 2. Race truck settling pretty greatly to the pavement through turns 1 and 2 for Elliott. Good speed down the backstretch and into turn 3. Works the throttle through turns 3 and 4. Maybe didn't get back to the gas as soon as he wanted. Had to kind of pedal it a little bit. Down to the apron now through the tri-oval at the line. 31.998, 17th in qualifying for Elliott. 30.916 will be the pole time for tonight's race. And your pole sitter will be Matt Crafton in the 88. Ross Chastain, first playoff driver, or I should say first championship 4 driver in qualifying. He qualified 3rd. Grant Enfinger qualified in 5th. And obviously we know Chase Elliott will be starting 17th, and Riley Herbst will be starting 23rd in the field here tonight. So those are the 4 championship drivers at Vegas in this one. Favorite food? Probably more of like a cheeseburger kind of guy. I've been on a chicken crave over the last couple weeks though too. More than the last couple weeks, pretty much like the last couple months. Been on a little bit of a chicken crave. Jesse Little, Riley Herbst will be starting at the rear, so one of the championship 4 drivers will have to come from the back, making their job a little harder tonight. That is Riley Herbst. This will be just 200 miles, 134 laps to decide a Truck Series champion under the lights at Las Vegas. The green flag is in the air, and we're underway for a second night of championship racing on the channel. Elliott trying to waste no time on the initial start. 3 wide to the bottom there. Oh, barely squeezing underneath Tanner Gray as well. Elliott wants to gain spots and quite a few early. Three wide. Wow, Zane Smith got way out of the gas going into turn 3. Letting Elliott and Ankrum go. On the bottom, oh, Zane Smith almost crossed over Elliott. Chase has a big run off of turn 4 for being on the inside. Angela Ruck qualified inside the top 10. Elliott's got a huge run on her. Down to the inside of Ty Majeski down into turn number 1. Ooh, Elliott had to back up off of turn 2. Jordan Anderson checked up. Stuart Friesen in the lead in the early going of the race. Chase Elliott quickly up into the top 10. He's currently in 9th, gained 8 spots in the first 2 laps. Grant Enfinger starting to fade back slightly. So's the pole sitter there. Matt Crafton. Elliott with a big move to the inside. 3 wide. Deep, sharp angle into turn 3. Washes up the track. Enfinger skates by on the outside. Ty Majeski, meanwhile, will cross Elliott back over on the inside. Chase looks to the top side now through turns 1 and 2 this time. Zane Smith starting to close back in. Big run off of turn 2 from the outside. Elliott going to try it again. To the inside for 6th on Matt Crafton. Ross Chastain has moved up to 2nd place. Oh, they're 4 wide through turns 3 and 4. Oh my goodness, what a move by Enfinger and Majeski to split both Elliott and Crafton. And here comes Zane Smith right back in the pack again. That was unbelievable how they were able to carry it 4 wide through that corner. But they made it. Zane Smith rolling the outside, also going to get by Matt Crafton that time. Now goes up the middle in between Enfinger and Elliott, battling for 2nd in the championship running right now in 8th place. Zane Smith looks like he's got a fast truck there. Oh, contact getting into turn 1. Enfinger and Elliott. Elliott got really tight on entry and slammed right into the side of the 98. And Ross Chastain has taken the race lead away in the early going of the race tonight at Las Vegas. Elliott trails about 3 seconds off the lead. We saw the championship come down in the Xfinity Series to overtime into those final couple laps of the race. Busch was barely able to hold on for the race win and the championship. Well, we have to see the same amount of effort tonight in this race where we might need the champion to win the race. Elliott made gains through turns 1 and 2 on the outside. He's still been trying to get around Enfinger for a while. He's passed him a couple times, but Enfinger keeps fighting right back. You see he kind of pinches Elliott down in the center of turns 3 and 4, but Elliott still stays alongside of him there just enough. As they are side by side off into turn 1, Elliott drives it in deep on the bottom, clears Enfinger. We'll see if Grant might be able to get another crossover. Not quite, so Elliott holds on to 8th place. Yeah, I'm more of a Ford guy. If I had to pick between the 3, honestly, I mean, I have a Ford Mustang. Mustangs are probably my favorite car. Almost like a dream car, I guess, would be a dream car, but I've always kind of liked the looks. Old, new, it almost doesn't matter. I got a 2004, but I even think that one looks pretty slick. So although Ross Chastain's got the lead, it isn't a big lead as far as the race lead is concerned. He is quite a ways out ahead of Chase Elliott, though, that is for certain. Right front tire's starting to burn out on Elliott's truck right now, and he's about 5 seconds off the lead. Granted, he's really, for the most part, only ran the inside line. Likely going to see him move to the outside. Try to conserve the amount of tire wear. Again, there is a limit. 4 sets of tires in the truck series, much like the Xfinity series, what we were doing all season. 4 fresh sets of tires, that is, that we can replace on the truck throughout the course of the race. Haven't had a problem with it in the truck series all season, though. A couple of times we ran into an issue in the Xfinity series, but truck series has been pretty clean. As long as we don't have a caution-filled race, Elliott should be fine. But you never know what could happen here. Final race of the season. All these drivers trying to go out with a bang. Felicia, welcome to the stream. Bush, sorry, not Bush. Chase Elliott starting to gain ground on the outside of the racetrack now. Just a tad bit higher than Stuart Friesen there. Oh. Look at the run. Elliott's gotten through 1 and 2. All over the back of Stuart Friesen now. Down the back straightaway, off into turn 3. Oh boy, Elliott almost put it in the wall. Here comes Friesen with a charge back to the bottom, trying to cross over Elliott. A lot of these drivers trying to run the outside midway through the opening tire run of the race. Wow, Elliott got really close to the wall there. He might have slightly tagged it. It didn't look like much though if he did. NASCAR Peyton Amari P, welcome to the stream. I got my phone connected to my charger right now, so if I'm not reading all the comments, or most of them at least, I'm trying to at least see who's all in the chat whenever you guys comment, but I'll be able to get it right alongside of me here. Very short race, and then I'll unplug it. Christian Eckes down on the bottom of the track in a battle for 5th right now with Ty Majeski. Almost got the back of him off at turn 4. Elliott had a big run there. Elliott was a massive run down into turns 1 and 2. Running outside of Eckes. He's going to have the run on Christian Eckes. That he'll get Chase Elliott up to 6th. Ty Majeski now right in front of Chase Elliott. Eckes back to the bottom again. Elliott ran just a tad bit higher than Majeski that time. Elliott goes all the way down to the apron. Through the tri-oval, trying to give him as much space as he can, and he clears Ty Majeski easily before they even get off into turn 1. It looks like Austin Hill's in 3rd. Zane Smith's moved up to 4th from the start of the race. And Ross Chastain still in the lead and is now slightly pulling away, I believe, from Johnny Sauter. Caution's out for the first time today at lap 18. First caution of the race. So at lap 18, we get our first yellow. Looks like somebody's up in smoke there down the front stretch. Chastain in the lead. Looks like everybody's going to conserve the amount of tires they've got. You're going to see Elliott stay out of the pits here also. For those of you just tuning in, we are still in the opening laps of the race. Be going green at lap 22 to be exact. NASCAR Peyton, the wheel is an RWA. It's a racing wheel Apex. Had it for a few years. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Ross Chastain will lead the field to the green flag. One of the championship Ford drivers fighting for the title tonight. Kyle Busch had a good restart on the bottom of the track. Oh, Chastain spun the tires going into turn 1. Elliott's going to get to the lead easily. And now we'll see if he can hold it. Quickly back to the outside of the racetrack there for Chase Elliott. So as Elliott has taken the lead now for the first time officially at the start-finish line. Lap 23 this time by. Chastain going to try to close back in on him here. Elliott's got the clean air advantage now. He's running the top. Chastain keeps going back down to the bottom. That 40 truck is definitely fast tonight. He's going to be one of the guys to beat. And the good news is, Elliott likely has one of the better long-run speed trucks tonight. And with that caution coming out and none of the top portion of the field hit pit road, they're all on the same equal tires, but they're on older tires. That's going to help Elliott with this restart as well. Now that he's got the track position, he might be able to pull away. Subs today for sure. Yep, thanks. I'm very surprised. All the people we had watching last night, we only gained 1 subscriber. I was quite surprised. I was hoping we had a lot of new people, but at the same time, thanks for everybody that did tune in for that race last night. Seemed like you guys had a lot of fun, as did I. One of the better races I think that we've had on the channel, especially with what was at stake. But that also goes to show that you guys that are subscribed to the channel keep coming back for more, so that I greatly appreciate on top of everything. About a 1-second lead here for Elliott. Johnny Sutter still camping out in third, followed by Zane Smith. Austin Hill rounds out the top 5 in the early going of the race. Riley Herbst, remember, had to start at the back of the pack, though. He qualified 23rd, then had to drop to the rear of the field. So things going from bad to worse after qualifying for Riley Herbst, it seems like. We do have 1 truck out of the race. I'm not sure who it is, but it doesn't look like it's any of the Championship 4 drivers. So a Cup Series regular get the championship last night in the Xfinity Series. We'll see if we have the same happen here in the Truck Series tonight. Decent ways to go in this race, but these Truck and Xfinity races are not long by any means. Already barely over 100 laps to go, so... I mean, honestly, this race is likely going to be over in easily less than an hour, so... Elliott set the pace for right now. Right front tire down to about 30% tire wear. This is one of the tracks that are pretty heavy on tire wear. Large amount of bumps around this racetrack, 1.5 miles. And now NASCAR hosts 2 weekend series a year here, at least with the Cup Series, over the last couple of seasons, as well as this year, and I would assume that will likely continue going forward. And Vegas is slowly turning into one of the better 1.5 mile racetracks on top of that. I'd probably put it as the 4th best 1.5 mile right now, outside of Chicagoland, Kansas. They're both toss-ups for the top spot, I believe, on the 1.5 mile racetracks. Homestead and Vegas probably right there at 3 and 4. We've definitely seen some really great truck races here in the past, and hopefully that will be the case again tonight. And so far it's been a good one, pretty calm for the most part. I think a lot of these Championship 4 drivers, although they got to get going with this only being a 200-mile race, and there's a second caution. Riley Herbst has come from the back all the way to 10th. Enfinger in 12th, he'll hit pit road, and we obviously see Chastain at 2nd and Elliott in the lead. First pit stops of the day coming up for a large part of the field. I think we had some drivers pit under that last caution, and that is likely why you see some guys staying out here. But everybody that pitted under the first yellow will be staying out under caution number 2. And the pole sitter, Matt Crafton's fallen all the way back to 29th already. Yeah, I know. I keep saying Bush a lot. I I really got to correct myself going forward here. We've been doing so many Xfinity Series races lately that I keep thinking it's Busch every time. I did it in the NASCAR Thunder 04 race a couple times there when we did the 500 last weekend. I kept saying Busch a couple times, even though he's not even in the game. Green flag back in the air. Chase Elliott did win the race off pit road of everybody that did pit, so everybody on older tires ahead of him. Johnny Sauter going to get by Ross Chastain back there pretty quickly. Riley Herbst, the race leader. One of the Championship 4 drivers on a different strategy, but he gained the track position. That's good. And in one lap from ninth to second on fresher tires goes Chase Elliott. He did restart on the bottom lane, that preferred lane. All the way up to the top of the racetrack now. They're turns 1 and 2. Elliott with a big run off of turn 2. Easily going to get by Riley Herbst for the championship/race lead here in this one. Riley Herbst still sticking to the bottom. His tires aren't that much older. They're probably only about 5 laps older, but here at Vegas, again, with how bumpy this racetrack is, that does make a huge difference, as you're seeing right here. Of all the guys that did stay out under that last caution, it does easily look like Herbst has the fastest truck of all of them. But at least he got to lead some laps tonight and giving himself a fight. We'll see how that strategy he's on pays forward going forward. Johnny Sauter in 3rd place. He's working on Riley Herbst for 2nd. Saw Sauter lead a few laps early in the race right before Chastain took the lead away from him, but ooh, Elliott really dove way too deep into 1 and 2 that time. He tried to run the bottom. Changing the lane up just a little bit. Searching for any sort of extra speed he can get. Topside's probably still the way to go, but Johnny Sauter is coming very fast. Ty Majeski's moved up to 4th. Stuart Friesen's in the top 5 again. We even saw Friesen lead the first couple laps of the race. He started 2nd in this one here tonight. Oh boy. I'm not going to do a dirt season on this game. I do have intentions of going back to Tony Stewart sprint car racing at some point in time. I'm just not sure when. Probably once the winter months roll on again. I just don't care for the dirt racing on this game in particular. Johnny Sauter now only a half a second off the race lead. He is closing in on Chase Elliott. Elliott's moved his line to the bottom, and Sauter's closing the gap, though Johnny is running the bottom of the track also. Elliott just kind of trying to protect right here. Look at how much Sauter was able to gain through turns 3 and 4. Ross Chastain, who led a large part of the early going of the race, is not in the top 5 yet, but he is on fresher tires. He had to restart on the top side, and that definitely hurt him on that last restart. Chase Elliott trying to fend off Johnny Sauter. And as Sauter's gotten closer, Elliott's going to go towards that top lane now. Elliott on the top, Sauter on the bottom. Sauter clears him easily like he wasn't even there. And Johnny Sauter to the lead here at Vegas. Jackson Thomas, welcome to the stream. Draft effects. No. Super Speedways hit or miss. I don't think the Xfinity cars on the Super Speedways get nearly as good of a draft as the Cup and Truck Series does, and that's why you kind of see them in single file packs quite a bit when you see Xfinity Series Super Speedway racing. That you can't bump draft, or I should say you can't lock bumpers in the truck in Xfinity either, but they allow it in the Cup Series for whatever reason. Probably because of the inexperience in those series compared to the Cup, but I mean, you can still side draft in the Xfinity cars, even though they got smaller rear spoilers, so that does play a factor too. Just within this game, I think it directly simulates the Cup Series better than any other series on this game, but the Cup Series translates from truck to Xfinity quite a bit, and that's just not the case in real life. Zane Smith back in the top 5 now. Waiting for Ross Chastain to get up here. He's not done yet. He just had a really bad restart. 2 cautions in the first half of the race tonight, though, and still 3 sets of tires left the rest of the way. Just 90 laps to go already this time by. Johnny Sauter leads at Vegas with Chase Elliott in second place right now, and Elliott is content with it for right now, knowing he's the only one of the championship 4 drivers in the top 5 currently. We've seen all of them in the top 10 at some point tonight. 3 of the 4 have led laps. The only one that has not led laps yet is Grant Enfinger, but he was right around 5th for a little bit and then was running for the most part tonight in the back half of the top 10. But he's still within striking distance if things get crazy at the end here. But if he's going to want to be one of the favorites here going forward as this race progresses, he's definitely going to have to work on that race truck through the duration of the last pit stop or 2 we're going to have tonight. We should have 2 more pit stops left, at least, maybe 3 depending on how the cautions fall. Again, Elliott does have 3 sets of tires left. And there's another caution. So 3rd caution already tonight. 88 laps to go now. Johnny Sauter still in the lead. Grant Enfinger's moved up to 6th place. Ross Chastain still sitting back in 10th. And Riley Herbst fell back to 17th. Remember, he's on older tires, just trying to hang in there as much as he can. Going to conserve tires once again. You're going to see a large portion of the field staying out of the pits here. Looks like some drivers outside the top 20 will come to pit road. That'll be about it. Mike Harmon's the only driver out of the race currently. Lowest draft effects then? Yeah, if you want the most accurate simulation with the... Well, see, the only thing is, if you use the low draft effect, I've noticed that if you actually... There's more dirty air effect because they can't get... The AI doesn't get any draft off of you when you have the low effect on. And same goes for you when you're trying to draft on them. It's almost like it's all or nothing with the draft effects. Which isn't right, because there's still some sort of a draft even with the other series. Yeah, there's no accurate representation really for the truck and Xfinity in this game. 100% accurate, I should say. The green flag is back in the air here, and look at Chase Elliott driving it hard on the top side of the track. Ty Majeski on the bottom as Johnny Sauter leads off the restart. These guys on older tires up at the front of the field right now, though. That's going to help out Elliott as they're on equal old tires, much like the second to last restart. Elliott going to get the run off of turn 2. He's likely going to clear the 45 he did, and here goes Chase Elliott for the lead off into turn 3. Johnny Sauter with the crossover as Elliott stays on the top. Sauter down to the bottom and clears him right back. What a move by Johnny Sauter. Elliott, though, gets the run off of turn 4 from the outside. Looks high into turn 1. Sauter looked to pull the block on and now hangs on to the bottom lane. And here comes Ross Chastain. Great restart from 10th to 5th now. And now he's up to 4th as he's going to get around Zane Smith in 1 and 2. So Elliott can't waste much more time here. He's got to get around Johnny Sauter because Chastain is coming. He's got his teammate Ty Majeski ahead of him. I'm sure Majeski's going to pull over for him and give Chastain the spot pretty much with ease. Just 82 laps left. You can see the run down the straightaways that Elliott's able to get. He might have beaten Sauter back to the gas there. This is going to help a ton through 1 and 2. Big run by Elliott off the turn 2. Sauter about slid up right into the 24 truck, but Elliott propels himself down the backstretch into turn 3 with the lead. Sauter fighting back on the bottom once again. Will he get to the corner panel of Elliott's truck? Oh, he did. There's contact. Oh, Sauter goes around. Sauter goes around hard into the wall. Caution's out again. 4th time tonight. Elliott thought he had him cleared, and he didn't. And we have another caution. Blocking gone wrong at Vegas. Chastain, by the way, did get by Majeski, and now because of the Sauter accident, that puts Chastain in 2nd place all of a sudden. And figure back to 8th, and Riley Herbst has fallen back even further. He is in 30th, but Riley Herbst will be hitting pit road this time as the leaders stay out again. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Chastain on the outside. Elliott on the inside. Elliott. They're getting through those shifts perfectly tonight. Did it again there. You're likely going to see him pull away now that he's got the clean air. He was battling hard there with Sauter as he was lingering around longer than what Elliott definitely expected. Chase really overdrove 3 and 4 on the bottom there. Sauter only lost a couple spots, but Johnny was, I'm sure, very upset with Elliott's block down the front stretch. That definitely wrecked him. Patrick Chatterley King, welcome to the stream. Laps wait on, just know the championship always in the picture, and Chastain is definitely putting on a fight. Of the other championship Ford drivers trying to put up a fight with Elliott, Chastain's done a very great job tonight. Elliott's led more laps, but not by much ultimately. A caution-filled race though. 4 yellows already. We're not even halfway home. Kind of slowing the race pace up a little bit. Chastain definitely got better through 3 and 4 than what Chase Elliott did out in front of the field. Chastain is running the outside just like Chase Elliott back there. Ethan Trentler, welcome to the stream. And 10 people watching currently right now. Thanks for everybody tuning in here tonight. Don't forget, Cup Series tomorrow afternoon. Championship 4, Southern 500 at Darlington. In our final race on the Chase for 8 with Jimmy Johnson as we try to get him a championship. A record-breaking 8 championships. Start time will be anywhere between 4 and 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. So set the alarm, set a reminder, whatever the case, be ready for that one tomorrow. Again, anywhere, start time anywhere between 4 and 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I do not have to work Wednesdays anymore, so working Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday now, but I still get the weekends off and I get Wednesdays off, so stream will be at a good time tomorrow. Plus, that's nice because we're doing the Cup race. Works out perfectly. Cup races obviously take longer than what the truck and Xfinity, so I can't do those on work nights, but draft effect's pretty much the opposite of what you think they do. Well, with low effect, you're not going to be able to draft really at all. With high effect, obviously you'd be able to draft. and you can draft a considerable amount too. But in the Cup Series, see, that's the thing, like, people talk about the dirty air in the Cup Series. It's not that much worse than what it was before this package. It really isn't. Now, the leader has probably more clean air than what you would have had with the older package. But everybody from second on back in the pack all has equal air, which was not the case with the old package. And that's why you see a lot. If you actually have been to a race live within this season, granted, obviously this year, not a lot of people have been to races live this year, but between this year and last year, since they had the 550 horsepower package, I've seen like 5 or 6 races with that package already. And the racing in the middle of the pack blows me away every time I'm going. I don't know how they don't wreck on every single restart. I mean, they're literally going 3, 4, 5 wide on some tracks. It's insane. I remember last year when I was at Atlanta, the first race they had it, and they were 4 wide for the lead, randomly. Seeing that in person, that was insane. Definitely made the restarts more entertaining too. The restarts were entertaining before, but man, get a late race caution, you could have the guy in 8th place could win the race if he gets a good enough restart. Finds the hole and the leaders side draft each other enough. Yes, I would say high would work equally to Cup. Because even if you're in second place, where the dirty air comes into effect is in the center of the corner. And that's it. Like, when you're down the straightaways, dirty air isn't really a factor. You can actually get a big draft, especially when you're on bigger tracks with longer straightaways. You can get a really good draft. In fact, a better draft because of the taller rear spoiler and the high downforce versus with the old package with the Gen 6 car. So the straightaway drafting is definitely there. It's the mid-corner drafting if you're trying to draft the leader, which isn't accurate on the game. But as far as like middle of a pack and everything, that's pretty equal. Plus, I mean, the game does try to push you in the center of the corner, which you shouldn't do generally, and you won't see that really, but you do see it down the straightaways. But it does help a ton down the straightaways, and that is realistic. Yeah, I'd probably go normal with the Xfinity and Truck, honestly. Truck have taller rear spoilers too, but they're not as aerodynamically dependent as the Cup Series, and that's why the Trucks have a little bit more free space, you know, not as much dirty air. But there's always going to be an air issue in racing. Even with the Gen 4 cars, if you were in the lead and were able to control the pace, especially when you go to tracks like Indy, Pocono, where aero dependency matters, it's always been the case there. That's never going to change. It's never going to be completely gone. And that's what people, I guess, more new or younger fans kind of got to understand, because that's the way it was before. It's just more prevalent now than what it was before. It's more talked about now than what it was before. So we are approaching our first green flag stop of the night if we don't get another caution soon. Now, remember, Riley Herbst pitted under that last yellow. He was the only one of the Championship 4 drivers that pitted under that last caution. Still 3 sets of tires left and just 64 laps to go at the line that time, as Elliott has a pretty big lead. Now we got 12 people currently watching here tonight. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Now you got to stay out of the pits at least one more lap here. And ultimately, we did have about 10 trucks hit pit road under the last caution, so not like Riley Hirsch is going to be the only guy staying out here. He was just the only one of the championship 4 staying out, so that could be a problem. Elliott hoping for a caution here before he hits pit road, as he'll stay out one more lap by staying out that time. Chase Elliott will be coming to pit road this time, though. And it will be a 4-tire stop, as he has about an 8-second lead back to Ross Chastain in second, who he's racing for the championship with. So Chase Elliott will be coming to pit road right now. Wasn't able to practice any sort of pit stop. We did not have practice for this race, just qualifying. Easily gets down in time there. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel. And they cannot make it on fuel to the end of the race from here, so this is going to be likely at least the second to last stop. Yeah, no, I get it, Joshua. But no, the Cup Series doesn't get. No, they don't. They don't get spread out at all. Honestly, if you look at the package now, they're closer together. It's just if the guys if you have the leader with no lap traffic, it's just a little bit harder to pass him than what it was before. Unless you can get up beside him and you could side draft him, but because with the taller rear spoilers, you can actually side draft him more. There is still ways to pass. It's just more difficult. No, they don't get more spread out than what they did before. I mean, just look at the margin of victory at a lot of the 1.5-mile tracks this year compared to before. Or not even margin of victory, but margin between mid-pack drivers. Like the leader with the clean air might pull away or have a tendency to pull away. But again, everybody from pretty much second on back, they have all got the same air. And that's where car matters so much now too. So Chase Elliott is a lap down. He was the first driver to hit pit road there. That could be concerning. So Elliott trying to hustle here to at least get back on the lead lap. Ross Chastain is now in the lead once again tonight. And now Chastain trying to stay out as long as he can in hopes for a caution. And if that traps Elliott a lap down, that is going to be a heartbreaker for Chase Elliott, so he needs to get going here. Good news is Elliott's the first driver 1 lap down, so he would get the free pass. He would just have to restart all the way at the back of the pack. Poison, Jeffrey Dunn, welcome to the stream, guys. Busch definitely closing that gap there on Johnny Sauter. See the Sauter, the damage to the front, the left side of his race truck after that last caution that we had. Elliott slid right up ahead of him very easily there. Chastain is coming up on lap traffic here very, very shortly. Elliott should be able to get around him with the fresh tires before Chastain hits the lap traffic. Elliott should get around him this next lap and might actually get around him going into turns 1 and 2. Elliott looks high, and he will unlap himself. So Chase Elliott back on the lead lap. Again, pitted just before everybody else. And now we'll get to see Elliott try to slice and dice his way through the field. Almost got in the back of Jennifer Joe Cobb in the center of the corner there. Oh, barely, and I mean barely cleared her too off the exit of turn 4. Now 53 laps left. And if these guys stay out long enough, they might be able to make it on one stop the rest of the way, and that could hurt Elliott if this stays green to the end of the race. We had 4 cautions in the first half of the race, but we have not had a caution since. And as long as this goes 22 laps, this is going to be the longest green flag run of the race. And now you see the leaders on pit road. So it looks like they're not going to be able to extend it far enough to make it on fuel on one more stop. So everybody is 2 stops out from the finish that is pitting now. And where does this put Riley Herbst? Remember, he pitted under that last caution. One of about 10 drivers or so that pitted under the last caution. He will likely have the championship lead once Enfinger comes to pit road. Whenever that might end up happening. Brett Moffitt up here in 9th place. Elliott going to get around him on the outside. Jordan Anderson for position. Austin Wayne Self for position up here. Now a 30-lap green flag run, so this is the longest green flag run of the race. Not a long one by any stretch here. Again, only 30 laps, and that just goes to show how many cautions we've had. Only 4 of them, but again, with the truck races being shorter as they are, and the length, just a 200-mile race tonight, definitely compacted the first half of the race together, but things are spreading out a little bit. The race pace is definitely starting to finally pick up, and we are getting closer and closer to the end of the race. Riley Herbst in 4th place right now, about 5.5 seconds ahead of Chase Elliott. He has the championship lead as we speak. Elliott trying to run him down. He is on fresher tires, so he will get there eventually. It'll likely be a few laps at least, though, and Herbst is dealing with a decent amount of lap traffic up there, as well as trying to close in on Joe Nemechek for 3rd. But can the rookie Riley Herbst get it done here tonight? 2 wins on the season. In a championship 4 berth already, a spectacular rookie season for Riley Herbst, but if he can make it all the way to the championship and win the title. Can't get any better than that. To knock off a Cup Series regular of Chase Elliott on top of it, that would be amazing for him. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream. Less than 2 seconds behind him, and Elliott is coming, and Hurst is running the bottom of the track. Quicker here, lap after lap, corner after corner. Elliott's hit his marks all night tonight. I don't even know if he's tagged the wall at all yet. No, he came close the one time. It was tough to tell if he actually hit it or not, though, but that's been it. Into turn one, Chase Elliott for the championship lead, and for 4th place on the racetrack, he'll easily get around Riley Herbst. There's Joe Nemechek for position also. Ooh, Nemechek just about pulled down in front of him. Ben Rhodes for position. John Hunter Nemechek in the lead as we speak. Got about a 2-second lead back to Elliott in 3rd. Chase Elliott is coming through the field, 4 fresh tires, but he does have to pit one more time before the end of the race. But although he has to pit one more time before the end of the race, so does all the drivers that pitted under the last yellow. Really everybody in general, I think, should have to pit one more time. I think everybody that just pitted lastly under the green flag conditions, a little contact there between Elliott and Nemechek. Nemechek throws the block on Chase. Chase looks high now through turns 1 and 2. And he'll just take it that way. For Chase Elliott back to the race lead once again here tonight. Gaming Hot Plays, welcome to the stream. Landon Kelly, welcome to the stream. Caution. Oh, huge crash. Jennifer Jo Cobb caught a little bit of air after hitting the wall off of turn 4 with 42 laps to go. It is the 5th caution of the race, and that is going to change a little bit here. Hard crash. $15 people watching right now. Thanks for everybody tuning in tonight. And that pays off big for Riley Herbst, who was in 5th, so he gained a little bit of track position with the strategy. Ross Chastain in 8th on the restart, and the green flag back in the air. Chase Elliott in the lead. We have not seen him have very good short run speed tonight. We'll see on the restart what he can do. Nemechek nailed the restart that time on the outside. He's trying to stay in check, but Elliott's still going to clear him off in turn 2. Just 38 laps to decide a champion tonight in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. Riley Herbst gained 1 spot on the restart. He's up to 4th all of a sudden. Elliott holding the bottom for now, trying to keep Ben Rhodes behind him so he can keep the clean air advantage at least at the front of the field and really control the pace. Elliott a little tighter on the bottom of the track, but he's holding on strong for right now. Ross Chastain with a great restart as well from 8th to 5th. And Ross Chastain, who has led laps quite a bit tonight and has had the fastest short run truck, trying to get to the lead as he passes Herbst now for 4th. Look out for Ross Chastain coming through the field. And watch out for Ben Rhodes as well in 2nd, because he's going to try to attest the outside through 1 and 2. Oh man, Nemechek just about stuffed Rhodes in the wall. That was a close call. With those two side by side, it's kind of costing Chastain just a little bit of time behind him. Ross going to get underneath Rhodes now off of turn 4, but Nemechek's blocking in 2nd. John Hunter does have a win this year in the playoffs, but he was already eliminated, unfortunately. And here comes Chastain with a big run through 1 and 2. Elliott slides up the track. Chastain to the bottom. He makes contact. He drives right into the side of Elliott for the lead in the championship. And the race, Ross Chastain to the lead. A little bit of a bump and run on a 1.5 miles there, and Chastain leads it with 34 laps to go, trying to win the title for Nice Motorsports. Chastain already 1 second ahead of Chase Elliott. This truck will come alive for Elliott eventually, but how long will it take? Chastain's been pretty good through the first half of the run, if not a little bit longer than the first half of the run. And we will catch lap traffic by the end of the race if we do stay green to the end. We have had 5 cautions. Elliott almost put it in the wall, driving it hard through turns 3 and 4. Riley Herbst is still in 4th. He's hanging on back there too. Trent Enfinger not in the top 5, but don't forget about him either, also battling for the championship. Man, oh man. Chastain is absolutely pulling away. 2 seconds is the lead now. We'll alternate through the different camera angles here in this one. 31 to go. Got a little bit of damage to the front of the race truck for Elliott. Oh, and he gets in the wall in 1 and 2. That's the first time all night he has gotten in the wall. Now he's really starting to overdrive it. And actually, the damage to the front of the car isn't actually there. It looks like it's there, but it's not. That was because under the caution, after Jennifer Jo Cobb got in that hard crash, we kind of got in the back of her, but it does not account for the damage on the truck, if that makes sense. I guess the damage is there, but it's not actually visible is what I'm trying to say. And here comes Austin Hill trying to take second place away now from Chase Elliott. Hill had a decent run, but he chose the outside there and was kind of stuck right behind Elliott. Just 29 laps to go. Oh boy. Johnny Sauter back in the top 5. Zane Smith's up here as well. So Riley Herbst is now outside of the top 5. He's slowly fading back since the restart. Leaving it 1-on-1 versus Chastain and Elliott still. And I think Austin Hill's letting Elliott go right now. He knows the situation he's in. Maybe not going to race him too hard here. He knows Elliott's trying to battle it out for a championship. Just 28 more laps. He got close to him, but he didn't try to get around him. Oh, well. Never mind. 3 wide for second place off of turn 2. Man, Elliott holding strong on the outside. Both drove it in there deep, trying to go for the respective positions in third, and they almost got up to second. And here comes Zane Smith on the bottom of the racetrack. He can't quite clear the 24. He was close. And this is costing Elliott more time. Having to battle these guys for position. Hill's still letting Elliott go, but Zane Smith, on the other hand, is trying to get the second place as he clears Elliott off of turn 2. Elliott with a big run. Trying to cross him back over himself. And he does. But now Smith with a crossover. Doubling up on Elliott. Back to the inside again off of turn 4. And again, Elliott is there. Oh man, he barely cleared him, but now Elliott still gets the run down the front stretch. Back to the outside, off into 1 and 2. Man, he was running so close to that wall. Elliott trying to use all the racetrack. And again, another big run on Zane Smith, and Smith's got to let him go here. Elliott's 4 seconds off the lead now. And Smith again crosses back over to the inside of Elliott. Great battle for second, but Elliott is not liking this one bit. His laps are slipping away from him. And they both drove it off hard into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Smith. Oh, he about pulled the block and there's contact and Elliott's letting him know he's there. Oh, man. It's like, hey, buddy. And Smith still got a great enough run through 3 and 4. He's able to stay in front of him here. And Elliott just sends Zane Smith off into 1 and 2 with a little bit of a bump draft, and that's not going to work much either. What does Elliott have to do to get around him and stay around him? Big slide job. Oh man, he overdrove it. Meanwhile, Chastain has about a 4.5 second lead. Look at the run Elliott's got again. Smith keeps protecting the bottom, and every time Elliott goes to the bottom to get around him, he just crosses him back over. I thought Elliott was going to get in the wall there, but man, Smith is back to the gas so much sooner than what Chase did there. Austin Hill had a big run off of turn 4 also. Elliott's definitely been getting a little bit impatient right now with Zane Smith. Rightfully so. Now Chastain has not caught the lap traffic yet up ahead. We'll have to see how Chastain will get through the traffic. It's basically hit or miss at this point. Haven't really gotten to see much of an equal run like this, and here comes Elliott back to the bottom again underneath Smith, and that time he clears them before they even get off into 3 and 4. Oh, Elliott overdrives the corner again, and here comes Smith back on the bottom. 20 laps to go here at Vegas for the championship. Elliott trying to get around Smith and stay around him. Big run off the top. Smith almost pulled off the block, but not quite. Elliott's got a big run down the backstretch. Oh, Smith charges hard, beats it back to the gas. Elliott pulls off the block off of turn 4. He was committed to coming back down across Zane Smith. He blocked him off that time. Smith again tried to cross him over, and Zane wants to win that first race of the season, and you can't blame him for that, but that has costed Elliott so much time. He's 4.5 seconds off the lead still, but we are less than 20 laps to go for the season, and Elliott's going to have to run down Chastain. Now his truck's going to get quicker and quicker over the course of the run, and how much of his tires did he use up also? 18 to go. Lap traffic just in front of Chastain now. Elliott does have a set of tires left, but he can't afford to pit under green and win the title. He pits, it's over unless we get a caution. You have to be committed to staying out the rest of the way. But Elliott can't really conserve the tires too much because he's got to run Chastain down and he's running out of laps. But he is using the outside more often than not. You can tell Elliott's closing the gap. He hasn't had to catch the lap traffic yet either, though. About to catch Jesse Little very quickly here. Little stays out of Elliott's way, gives Chase the top side. He's been running it virtually all night. Jordina Bravo, welcome to the stream. Tyler Burback, welcome. Two and a half seconds is the lead for Chastain. Still not exactly sure where Hurst is at. He definitely is falling outside the top 5 since the restart. Enfinger has not been in the top 5 since the last restart with 38 to go. This will be the longest green flag run of the race by a couple laps if we do stay green to the end. We've had 5 cautions total tonight and there's just 14 to go. Chastain's now moved back up to the outside. Realizes Elliott's closing in. He's trying to minimize the amount of time he's closing in, but Elliott's going to get there. But that right front tire on Elliott's race truck is almost to 20%. It is not going to make it the rest of the race. He wore out his tires so much trying to get around Zane Smith for second place. And desperately so. You can't blame Elliott for it. The stakes with the championship on the line, he had to go, and Smith was not making it easy there. Remember Chastain in our Xfinity race at Darlington blew a tire late in the race on the final lap. It gave Kyle Busch the win that day. That was on Sunday night. What will happen here tonight in the truck race with Chastain in the lead late? This time it's for the championship. Here's a non-playoff driver in that Darlington race, but that right front has completely worn out on Elliott's truck, and he has wasted the entire run just to get to Chastain. Something that hasn't had to be the case all night, but here comes Elliott. Big run off of turn 2 for the lead. Down the backstretch, he's got it easily, clears him into 3. Lap truck, Anderson to the inside. No chance for Chastain to cross him back over. Oh, he's giving it a charge. Up the middle goes Ross Chastain. Giving it all he's got, but Elliott holds clear. 11 laps to go. Elliott in the lead for the championship running. But he might need a caution, which you don't say that much out of a guy who just took the lead late in the race, but that right front is not going to hold on. 10 laps to go this time by for Chase Elliott here at Vegas, hoping for a caution to give him a shot at the title. There are a lot of drivers on the lead lap, by the way, so if we did get a caution, Elliott's going to have to come from all the way back in the pack. Depends on, well, it looks like about mid-pack here. I guess Moffitt's about to go lap down in 16th. So there are 15 trucks on the lead lap. There's Fogelman just up ahead. Some of these guys might have stayed out under the last caution. That's why they're running so far off the pace here. 9 to go. So I guess I did trap a decent amount of guys a lap down with that last yellow and the timing of it with the split strategies in the race. Hope and a prayer for Elliott. Eight laps to go this time by. And he's only got about a 2.5 second lead. Nerve-wracking time here for Elliott. Elliott letting it coast. Half throttle through 3 and 4. He's doing whatever it takes right now, trying to back it off. 7 laps to go. His checkers of records at this point here for Elliott, but he is backing it way off. And Chastain is closing the gap with him doing it. Well, this is all Elliott could do. Caution is out with 7 laps to go. Zane Smith is going to pit. Lassard will get the free pass at 14th, and the caution flies with 7 to go, the 6th caution of the night. And it's going to come down to another wild late race restart for another championship race. Herbie Solomon, welcome to the stream. So here we go. Fresh tires to the end of the race. Elliott trying to come from the back of the lead lap. Herbst is outside the top 10. Enfinger's barely inside the top 10, but it's Ross Chastain who will restart with the lead. Can he win the championship? 3 to go. Elliott has fresh tires by about 30 laps. That is going to be a huge difference, especially on this racetrack that wears tires out quite a bit. Oh, Elliott's coming through strong. You can see the advantage already paying dividends. Waiting patiently down the backstretch as we get up to speed. Now back to the outside again. 2 to go. This time by for Ross Chastain. Elliott's going to get there, and he's going to get there in a hurry. He's going to go all the way to the apron now. Down through the front stretch, 3 wide. Chastain on older tires is trying to hold on. Oh, no! Elliott wanted the outside. He got into Eckes. Back in the gas. Everything's all right. Ross Chastain trying to hold on for the championship win. Elliott gets back to the top again. They are coming to the white flag. Next flag will end the race. He's got to hustle in case there's a caution. Elliott back down to the apron once more. White flag in the air. Last lap pass for the win and for the championship, hopefully. Chastain with a block on the bottom. Elliott barely keeps it off the wall on the top, but he lost a ton of ground. A daring block by Ross Chastain. Elliott's got the big run. Now back to 3 and 4 again. Chastain to the bottom. Elliott on the top. They both drive it in deep. Elliott trying to stick the corner on the exit. Elliott is clear, barely. To the line, Chase Elliott wins the Truck Series Championship on NASCAR Heat 5. Oh my goodness. Was that ever cutting it close for Chase Elliott? Oh my goodness. What a finish. Final corner, final lap. On fresh tires, Chase Elliott gets it done on Ross Chastain. Oh, man. I didn't think we could do it 2 nights in a row, but man, in dramatic fashion again for the championship. Another wild one. 2 series, 2 nights. And we still got Darlington in our chase for 8 for the Cup Series tomorrow. Elliott has burnt the engine out in the victory celebration, but he has won the championship for the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. Wow, we'll take you through that last lap once again. Real quickly here. Let me adjust to my other controller here. Alright, so I've got you guys back here. We'll take you through the final lap of the championship for the Truck Series. Oh my goodness. Elliott had a big run down on the apron. And look at this block. A Chastain threw on us And we had to check up before we ran into the back of him. And almost put it in the wall. I mean, we came so close to getting in the wall there. I had to check up so much because if we got in the wall, that was likely going to be it. Big time save. Big run through 3 and 4. Chastain drove it in hard on the bottom. Elliott hard on the top. It was going to give him the run off the corner, exit of the corner, but if he couldn't clear him, Chastain could have gotten the side draft. Elliott barely cleared him right there. And back to the line, Chase Elliott wins the Gander Outdoor Truck Series Championship on NASCAR Heat 5. Talk about cutting it close. We cut it way too close for comfort there, but Elliott gets it done. Chance Hugel, welcome to the stream. NASCAR Looney, welcome to the stream. Jackson Pittner, I saw you come in late. Welcome. Yes, I do respond, NASCAR Looney. Try to at least, but man, what a finish here. 69 minutes total time on the race today. That is an hour and 9 minutes. 6 cautions total here tonight. 14 drivers finished on the lead lap. Grant Enfinger was the last of the championship 4, finishing a lap down in 15th. He got caught a lap down with that 5th caution during the cycling of pit stops late in the race. Riley Hurst finished 13th, but it was Chastain and Elliott, the 2 guys battling for the championship most of the night, and it came down to the last lap pass for the win for Elliott to win it all. Another entertaining finish to a season for the championship. Can we go 3 for 3 tomorrow in the chase for 8 with Jimmy Johnson? We're going to hope so. Man, oh man. JD Racing, welcome to the stream. Thanks for everybody tuning in. As usual, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Man, Chastain had the fastest lap of the race. He definitely had a really fast race truck. He led 54 of the 134 laps tonight. Chastain definitely led the most, but it was Elliott in the end getting the championship win. Won the most races this season, won the regular season championship pretty handedly, but boy, it came down to the last lap, last corner of the season to win it all. You can't ask for much more than that. So again, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We got these full race live streams on the daily with a realistic broadcast. If you guys are new, notice we've been having a ton of viewers over the last couple of streams, so that's awesome. Appreciate the support as always. Also, hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the race, the commentary, the video in general. I will see you guys tomorrow. Start time for the chase for 8 with Jimmy Johnson will be anywhere between 4 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be a blast. Let me tell you guys that. We'll try to go out with a bang. We'll go 3 for 3, hopefully, with these custom schedule season championships. And again, try to get Jimmy Johnson his record 8th title. So hope to see you guys then tomorrow. Realistic broadcast as usual. And that is going to wrap it up here for tonight. So thanks everybody again for your support as always. And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow to conclude Season 1 of the championship play for NASCAR Heat 5. And then we'll do our final season for each series. Season 2 where we'll have stages. And we'll run the normal schedule. So that is going to be it. Again, thanks for everybody tuning in. Have a good rest of your evening.